I'm going to be upset through this whole video. Hey everybody, it's Marshbank here. This is my Arrow Season 4 Episode 18 review and rundown. Yep, I'm going to be upset through this whole video. You guys know why? Because they revealed who is in the grave. Spoiler alert, because I'm going to be announcing it right now. Are you guys ready? Spoilers. Laurel Lance, the Black Canary, is dead, and she is the one who's ending up in the grave. Oh my gosh, Arrow. I can't even. Why Black Canary? That makes no sense. Why would you kill off a character so important to the Green Arrow mythos that it would just ruin the show? Like, it's not totally ruining it, but it's like, Black Canary has been a big chunk, kind of, like, in the Season 4 and in most of Season 3. It's like, why would you do that? But it doesn't make any sense. Like, we're going to be talking about it. I'm going to explain it in the first part of the video. Then we're going to do everything else that was in the episode. And then we're going to talk about Laurel in the back of this video. At the end of this video. So, Laurel is dead. She is dead. The producers earlier this year said, no, whoever dies is not going to be brought back through Lazarus Pit. No magic, no voodoo, no craziness, no anything. Nothing can bring back Laurel. And so, or I guess the character. And so later on, we find out Laurel's dead. And everyone on Twitter ranted. I even posted a rant video on my vlog channel. Go check it out. Everyone ranted because that was so disappointing. Because Black Canary, Laurel has been here since the beginning, since the first episode. She's been one of the hearts of this show. And to her, like, she hasn't even been Black Canary for that long. Like, she was Black Canary in episode 13 or 12 of season 3, right? That's when she was started, or maybe 10, somewhere along in there. And then she's only been Black Canary till episode 18. So that's like, I think it's around 27 episodes, if I'm correct, that she's been Black Canary. Like, Oliver's been Arrow / Green Arrow for the entire series. So it's like, you can't take away Black Canary if we barely have Black Canary. And in the comics, Black Canary is like Beast. She's like a combat artist. She has her power. She's just craziness. And she hasn't even become that persona of Black Canary. So she can't be Black Canary if she wasn't Black Canary, right? Like, she has so much time to develop her character. She's barely been a character for that long. And then, like, what? Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, that just does not make sense to me. But they killed her off. Damian Dark killed her, and we're going to run through the episode now. So Damian Dark killed her in the episode, stabbed her basically. Like, he was like, I make good on my promises. Stabbed her, okay? So once she was stabbed, it was kind of like, let's get her to the hospital. And this made no sense. So Oliver, as Green Arrow, takes her to the hospital, puts her down as Black Canary. And I was like, wait a minute, they can't operate on her with her Black Canary suit. That's like tons of leather. Like, you can't just, like, how are you supposed to do that? So then she came back out as Laurel. So I'm wondering, does everyone know who she is? Does everyone know that Laurel was the Black Canary? And it's kind of obvious, right? When Oliver, Thea, and Diggle, who are like the same body sizes as Green Arrow, Speedy, and Spartan, you'd think, are you guys superheroes? Because, like, they bring in the Black Canary and then their friends come back later, and it's like, wait a minute, I'm sensing a connection. So they basically just gave away to everybody that was operating on Laurel who she was. And then Oliver and Laurel were speaking to each other. Laurel had that big speech where she's like, you know, I might not be the love of your life, but you're always the love of my life. And then apparently there was a promise that Laurel made to Oliver, that we never heard. We never heard it, that part. And so obviously just sitting here like, okay, Laurel's okay, because I didn't know but they were going to do the grave this episode. I didn't know we were going to find out. Like, I didn't know. I didn't read the news about that. So, or look on Twitter for that. I thought I thought this was going to be like some random episode. So when Laurel was in the hospital, I was just like, all right, this is going to be a plain old episode. I thought the grave was going to be later on, because everybody on Arrow is in a hospital at one point, right? So I thought, okay, they're just doing this. And then they're like, oh, she's okay. And then they go up to the hall, and Diggle and Thea and Felicity are just like, oh, just there. Like, I can't believe that just happened. That was a close one. And then the medical team runs in, and I'm like, wait, where are you going? Because I was like, they just kind of ran in. There was no, like, big rev up or anything like that. They just kind of ran in. I was like, wait, what's happening? And they go in Laurel's room, and I'm like, wait, what? And then Laurel starts going, blah, 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 blah. I was like, what the heck is going on? Like, we just saw her, like, right there. Why didn't Oliver scream or something? Like, what? What is this? They just, like, ran in, and I'm just like, what? How did this happen? How did we go from, like, promise me something, Oliver, to how did we get to that part? Like, it didn't make any sense to me. And so then she, like, she dies, like, what? And then Felicity cries, Thea cries like a whole bunch, like Thea's just like, oh my gosh, and then Diggle like does one tear, and then it's like Oliver's just like, and then like Quentin comes in, and I'm like, Quentin, don't, like, what? And when Quentin comes in, it's like, looks at Oliver, and it's all downhill from there, and he's just like, oh my gosh. I thought he was actually going to have another heart attack. Like, didn't he have a heart attack before, or something like that? Because I don't know. But I thought he was going to have a heart attack. Like, it was like, oh my gosh. Like, it was so insane. Like, it didn't make any sense to me. And then killed off Laurel, out of all people. I definitely thought Quentin or Diggle was dead this episode. Like, I definitely thought it was going to be Quentin or Diggle. Or, like, maybe even somebody else. I don't know. But, like, Laurel? Why? Like, Laurel, why? Laurel is my favorite character on the show. One of my favorite characters. Because I love Black Canary. She's one of my favorite DC characters of all time. And it's like, you just took that from me. Why? And so Laurel, apparently, Katie Cassidy was just like signed on. Apparently was signed on for throughout all the seasons, right? Throughout season 7, if they got one. And so the producers were just like, or I guess the writers, producers, and everybody else was just like, let's kill her. Let's kill her off. So they wrote that, and I think someone commented on my rant saying it was 2 to 3 weeks, like in between that time, where they told her, hey, you're going to die. But I read the interview with Katie Cassidy, and they said it was like episode 16 that she found out when they were filming that. That's when she found out she was going to die. So, and it takes a week to film each episode. So I think that would be correct, like 2 to 3 weeks. And so I was just like, what? Like, so Katie Cassidy agrees to this? And then she's like, I'm still going to be in the Arrowverse. She's going to be on Flash Season 2 as Black Siren, which is her Earth 2 counterpart. And then also, she's going to be on Vixen Season 2. But here's my theory. If she's going to be on Vixen Season 2, she met Vixen this season of Arrow. So how would that work? If she's dead, to be on season 2 of Vixen and that short of episodes, they'd have to just have her cameo. And she can't cameo if she's a corpse, and there's not enough time to do like a whole flashback about Laurel, so like what's going on there? Unless Oliver visits Vixen, then goes back to Star City and Laurel has like a little cameo there. But it's like, what's going on? And I think Vixen's supposed to take place after the season of Arrow, right? So it's like, how is she going to guest star if she can't? I don't know. It's weird. I don't know how they're going to explain it. And then she's also going to be back for flashbacks. And I'm just like, you killed one of the best characters on Arrow. But we're going to stop talking about that. We're going to talk about some other stuff that happened through the episode. The flashbacks, the Baron Rider idol. Of course, Oliver confessed that he saw that idol in the flashbacks. And also, him and Diana escaped, which is really cool. So that's really cool. And everybody else escaped as well through the flashbacks. There was a lot of fight scenes, and that was really cool. Damian Dark has his powers. He's full powered now. Merlin came, and he had some awesome fight scenes with Thea. Laurel obviously had some one of the best fight scenes in the episode because she's gone. And they didn't even give her awesome fight scenes throughout this whole season. It was just no. And then, like, the Wildcat arc in season 3, like, where's Wildcat? He just kind of left. Like, the actor, I guess, didn't like playing the character anymore, so he's just, like, left. It's like, you did no justice for Black Canary. And I felt like that was just horrible. I would have kept her at least through season 5 and done a big arc and then killed her. I would have done the grave this season if I knew it was going to be Laurel, because she hasn't done anything big Black Canary. She got the Canary Cry, and that's a waste of a Canary Cry if Cisco made that and now she's not going to be, like, with it. So my theory is, because I don't think there's anything else in the episode that I had to talk about, right? There was, like, Felicity came back and all that, but, let's just skip all that. We're going to talk about Laurel again. Because, like, I think there's nothing else left in the episode. Oh, no, there was. So, if you guys remember the traitor, Andy was being stupid. I thought for sure Andy had changed because they never showed him. Like, remember when Andy went back to the good side and was absent throughout some episodes? I thought, okay, well, they're just going to leave him off there. And then he came back and I was like, no, because they would have developed it first. They wouldn't have just done that. But they did. They just threw him into the pot and he became a villain again. Or I guess he was always a villain. And then Diggle was wrong, and the lesson we learned is always listen to Oliver when it comes to traitors. Diggle, this is your fault that Laurel is dead. But seriously, Diggle's going to get into the guilt trip. He is going to go after Rive Adams and totally go to the dark. Like, he's going to turn so dark. In the promo, you see him, like, bang the gun against her head or something. I don't even know. Or kidnap her. It's just like, but Laurel and Diggle are kind of like best friends, basically. Like, everybody in this team is best friends. Like, did you see Felicity's reaction? Like, her and Laurel have been friends. Thea was roommates for Laurel for the longest time. So it's kind of like, Laurel's a big part of the show. And it's so cool that they're going to get dark with it. I'm excited for that, but that's the only thing I'm excited for, that Laurel's death. Black Canary's gone. So my theory, alright, so we've gone through everything, and props to Stephen Amell for that awesome awesome voice where he's like, I haven't started to torture you yet. I don't know if that was his voice or it was a voice thingy or whatever, but that was awesome. That was full on Batman right there. But anyway, let's go on. So my theory is that Katie Lotz, who plays Sarah, who plays White Canary, Legends of Tomorrow, they have said that Katie Lotz, Sarah, is going to learn about Laurel's death, and apparently she's going to have to deal with that too. Well, my theory is that since they never really did justice for both Canary and Black Canary, my theory is that they're going to turn Sarah back to Black Canary. They're going to turn her into Black Canary. Not Canary, Black Canary, have her full-fledged Black Canary, give her a new suit, design her like a new thing, give her Canary Cry, and just make her the best Black Canary we've seen yet. Because really, when you think about it, Black Siren, actually, she's a metahuman. Black Siren, Katie Cassidy is going to be playing metahuman. A metahuman named Black Siren with the actual Canary Cry. That's more of Black Canary than we've seen on Arrow. So I think that maybe, my theory is that they're maybe going to do that. Maybe going to turn Sarah into the ultimate Black Canary that we've ever seen on the show. It's possible. But if you guys remember, Katie Lotz actually posted, oh yay, Legends of Tomorrow is getting a season 2. We're coming back. So that makes me think that that might not happen. And it would also be unfair. It'd be a punch in the face to Katie Lotz, take her out of one show when she was super excited for it, and just plop her back into Arrow. And I'd hate to see them go back and forth from Canary, Black Canary, then give us a new Black Canary. It's just stick to something. They should have done Black Canary in the first place. They should have done Laurel as Black Canary way beforehand, in season 2 instead of Sarah. That's what that's what they should have done, and then just forget this. A lot of people are saying that they should have done season 4 and all this Green Arrow in season 1 and then gone on from there. So, I don't know. I just can't cooperate with them anymore. I am going to still watch season 4 of Arrow, and I'm going to definitely review season 5. It's just one of my favorite shows. But it's just you ruined something in me that was just a part of the show for a long time. So that's all I have to say about this episode. I didn't cover a lot of things other than the Laurel death, but that's because that was just the biggest thing in this episode. I had to get that off my chest. What did you guys think? Comment down below. I'm super sad about Katie leaving. She's going to be on Vixen, and she's going to be on The Flash, and Arrow still with flashbacks, so I guess that's a win-win, but we're going to have to see. Maybe her and Tommy can be together again, because she's dead too. But what do you guys think? Comment down below. Links up there to my other Arrow videos. Links down there to my Twitter, Instagram, Vine, vlog channel, and Sim channel. Don't forget to follow and subscribe those. Like and favorite this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys later. R.I.P. Black Canary, Laurel Lance. Bye, guys.